What up, playa? This is the Objective Jerk, and I'm said jerk. How you doing? Is everybody doing all right? You know what? I can't stand Trump. He, I can't stand him. He is. It just. I don't know what to do. You know. Emails. I thought after the damn election was over, I wouldn't be getting all these emails from his campaign, and it's like, holy crap, dude! It just never ends. It's like, and I've tried unsubscribing, but it's like I gotta just totally delete that email or something. That's no matter who, you know, if you're gonna sign up for a campaign thing, do not use your primary email. Use a junk email for sure. I mean, that's kind of what the email I have that I use, but I still don't want to get rid of it. You know. Yeah. So if you're gonna sign up for a politician, this is just friendly advice, and you want to get emails from their campaign, create an entirely new email that's just for that, because holy crap, that crap's annoying. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. Some crazy stuff going on in the news, dude, every day. See, the left wing media, they are so they don't say it, but they are so happy that Trump is president, because now they have, you know, just like before, they sit there just constantly, but it's still not, you know, before their ratings were a lot higher, people believed them and everything, but with all the bull crap that went on and stuff, people don't as much, you know what I mean? I think their ratings have went up a little bit, but nothing, absolutely nothing compared to the way it was before. And they're all floundering. Everybody's getting fired. Everybody's getting laid off. But it's just kind of, God, it is starting to kind of get old when it's just like reporters are not trying to report. They're just trying to find something to be like, ha ha, gotcha. You know, some kind of memeable moment or some kind of story like, oh, I got Trump, whatever. You know what I mean? Like that seems like that's all it is anymore. And it's annoying. Looks like I'm looking at my video and it looks like my thing is off. I'm gonna have to adjust. Gosh dang it. I always have to like record and then stop, delete that video, and then record again, because this, you know, this program isn't the greatest, but it's what I use. But yeah, it's just you know, it's just kind of annoying, you know. And then so like, sadly, this plane crash and this helicopter crash, you know, I mean, it's too early to know for sure, but they have been saying for at least within the last year how there is going to be some kind of event like this that's going to happen because of the DEI agendas on the airlines and all the different, you know, they've been saying it for the last year, for months and months. I've heard, you know, you had the door that went off, that fell off during the flight or whatever, which is more of a, you know, engineer mechanic issue. But you know, it's not just pilots and traffic controllers and stuff. It's throughout the whole thing. They're trying to hire based off your sex and your race over your qualifications, you know. And it got to the point to where now it's like they are where they are. So you can't. They've been saying this for months and months. They knew this was coming. This was going to happen. That's why when my wife, when she flew to the States a few months ago, I told her not to use United, and I was worried, you know. And I'm not trying to make light of what happened. It's horrible, but it is kind of, it's. So, I mean, again, we don't know everything yet, but from what I've seen, it looks like the air traffic controller was just overwhelmed and didn't know, you know, didn't know what they're doing completely. Like when things are going smoothly, that person can do their job. But when shit hits the fan, not everybody can think on their feet. Not everybody can work under pressure. And that job is a fucking pressure cooker. You know what I mean? So when things are kind of going whatever, it's like, okay, you were this and that. But I saw the digital map that was showing the transponders, and it was showing the planes, and then like they start to flash or start to let you know that, hey, crash is incoming, you know? So it was showing that, and the air traffic controller had 20 seconds to say to one of them, which I guess it would have been better to say it to the plane, to say abort, abort, pull up, crash imminent, and the plane could have accelerated and flew up and circled back around to land, and it's quicker than a helicopter, you know what I mean? And then let the helicopter do its thing. Like that's, I guess, from what I've heard so far, that's what should have happened. And the traffic controller wasn't paying attention or whatever. I don't know what, and freezed up or just whatever, or was doing something else. Who knows? And then people are saying like, well, there's so much going on. Like like why did the helicopter not see? And it's nighttime. There's lots of lights around, so it's still kind of hard. And plus, people might be doing this and this and this and that. But it's like, okay, but it's kind of like it's like a danger zone at that moment, for the helicopter. Like it seems almost like why are they even doing that? But they do it. It's commonplace. The helicopters fly over the Potomac or whatever it's called, and they go across through. Like it happens all the time, right? They do it. So at that point in time, I'm sure people are, or they should be, not fiddling with like, oh, let me see what the gas levels are, or the fuel levels, and or they're making sure that they get across safely. I mean, I don't know. So then there was a press conference where Trump was like, yeah, this is what happens when you DEI hire. Okay, is it like if you have, I don't know, see, even that's like I tried to sit there and like make it work in my brain. Back in the day, yes, you had to have affirmative action, right? Because there were black folk who were being overlooked and they were more qualified, but because they were black, they weren't getting the job. So when you put in place, hey, you need to hire some, then those highly qualified black people, we got to hire them, whatever. So there was a reason for it, but that's not the case anymore. And now it's gotten to the point where you have, just a normal white dude who can do the job the best, but no, we need somebody who's gay or we need somebody who's whatever. That trumps, no pun intended, the qualifications, and then this is where we are. This is what happens, and it's sad. I mean, at least now, man, Trump is freaking, he's got a lot on his plate, man. So much. Think of all the crap he's been doing, having to go through just in the, like, how long has he been president now? Not even 2 weeks. It's insane. Like I said before, I would never want to do that job. That's for sure. And then I think it's funny though how the whole Gulf of America, which to me is like, who cares really? The thing is like, it doesn't really matter. Who cares? It's been Gulf of Mexico forever. But if you look at it, it should be Gulf of America though. What continent are we on? Okay. We share that Gulf. Half of it's on the States and half of it is Mexico. Why is it Mexico? And people who are stupid are like, oh, Gulf of America. Oh, it's because you think. It's like, no, it's not like it's saying Gulf of the United States. Now, if they were trying to name it Gulf of the United States, then it'd be like, nah, that's dumb. But what continent are we on? Or no, I'm not on anymore. But what continent is it? It's the Gulf of that continent. America, right? You got North America, South America, right? It's America. So what's the problem? But because Trump is pushing it and whatever, they want to fight it and argue for it. And I ain't calling it that. It's like, well, that's honestly, I mean, I think it's ridiculous. Okay, who cares if they change it? Okay, whatever. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. But it makes sense though. because it is America. So why it should have been called America from the beginning, Gulf of America, you know? But whatever, right? I don't know, it's just crazy. The stuff that's going on in the news is just insane and sad. Yeah, that wreck is I don't know, man. We'll see how that kind of goes, how that plays out, I guess. Kind of curious to, and I think it is going to there's so much stuff that's going to come out. I think there's a ton of things that's going to come out that's going to really put the DEI woke far left liberal mindset, just completely dismantle it. I mean, it already is, but like even to the point to where the people that are all for it are gonna, by the time Trump's done with his presidency, nobody's gonna be, except for the really psychos, that it's gonna be such a nothing burger, I guess you would call it. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah. But let's see. I'm trying to see if there's something. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. That's just lame. The whole plane thing is horrible. Let me look at some news. I kind of got through all that quicker than I thought. I'm, like I said before, I've quit hiring a nanny or a maid and kind of become a housebin, so I'm keeping the house clean. Although I'm kind of the floor. I got to do the floors today. But so like I just got done picking up the kitchen and everything, right? Trying to build the habits of just doing that stuff. Hanging out in the kitchen a little more so I'm there. Because when I'm there hanging out, I'm more prone to like pick up and organize. And so I've been, but in order for me to become a housebin and make the house my job, everything has to be kind of, I'm not like overly anal, but I do have to have things set up a certain way. You know what I mean? Because that was kind of the problem. I think I talked about it before, is I would kind of organize and set up something in the kitchen or the laundry room, and then the maid would come in and just totally screw it all up. Like, okay, I set this here for a reason. Where's this? This is missing. I had this, you know what I mean? And it would just get all jacked up. I get pissed off, and I'm like, fuck this. And I go record a podcast in my room and just hang out. Like, you know what? My wife and her stupid maid can work it out. So now I'm just like, I've just completely given up. My wife, she's busy with stuff. She's not a good housekeeper. I can be a good housekeeper if I want to. That's the whole thing. So I had to just kind of make that, I'm retired. I don't do anything. I'm always home. Why not just take care of the house and just do it up like I want to do it, right? So that's what I've been, working on for the past little bit. So I've been slowly organizing the laundry room, catching up on stuff, and getting stuff like squared away around the house, and little by little here and there. I'm not like going crazy, but just little at a time. So anyway, so yesterday I worked on the bathroom in my room. And I built like a little shelf thing to help organize some stuff and put some plants and made it a little more nicer and everything. But as I was cleaning, so we live in the country. We have a well. Our water is from a well, which is it's hard water, so it's very corrosive, and it's filled with I guess calcium and stuff like that. So calcium and stuff will build up in the bathroom like super easy. So it got pretty bad to a point a while back, and I used a pressure washer to clear off a lot of the bigger chunks of calcium deposits and stuff that are on the tiles and you know what I mean? And I've tried some other stuff, but nothing was really working. And then I was using this little hand scraper that you put a razor blade on. It's like a homemade one that I acquired somebody left it, or I don't know what it was. Oh, when we had the windows tinted in the family van, the people doing that left it in there, so that's where I got it. So anyway, so I was using it to clean something else on the tile and was just kind of, scraping this and that, and then I was like, I wonder if this should get that stuff off, right? So I start scraping all the calcium buildup and stuff like that in the shower, and it's just coming right off, just powder and all, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, sweet. So I mean, it comes off super easy, but it's still a lot of work. It's a little tedious and stuff. So I'm sitting there scraping, and so I spent all day yesterday doing that, scraping, and I still have a few. I'm not completely done. So I gotta do that, and then I gotta do the kids' bathroom and stuff like that, and so I don't know. Is this? I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's like I got no one to talk to about it. But yeah, so that's kind of just what I've been doing, and then I don't know. Really what got me to do this podcast was the Gulf of America thing. I think it's so ridiculous. I mean, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they're trying to change it or they're going to change it. But I think it's ridiculous that people are freaking out about it. It's like, who cares? Because, I mean, I don't care if they did or not, like I said, but it does make sense that it should be called Gulf of America, but whatever, Let's see. Some hostages were released, right? Oh, Netflix is doing Little House on the Prairie. Jeez. Netflix. What did I start watching? I started watching the OJ. There's another. Oh, like how many documentaries can they make on OJ Simpson? Jesus. I guess they're popular. But I feel like I'm watching it again, the same thing, but it's like a new one. It's like, haven't I really watched this? I mean, I feel like I have, but I guess I haven't. Or maybe that was, I don't know, but it just kind of sucks. And then you see like, there's that Mary show, which I wanted to watch, but I hear it's just really, it's having like people that don't know anything about the Bible or really understand God in that way, making films or shows about them. You know what I mean? So they screw things up, I guess. So I was kind of wanting to watch it, but then I, watched a couple, priests that have like, podcasts or YouTube channels, and they talk about that stuff, and they're like, should you watch it? Is it okay? Whatever. And so it wasn't like horrible, but I just And then I seen another one. I think it's on Amazon, and it's about David, like David and Goliath and stuff. And it kind of looks kind of cool, but then again, how they're gonna screw it up somehow. It's like they'll try and paint God and religion and faith in some kind of negative light somehow. They always do. It's just kind of annoying. What was it? And I've said it before. I'll start watching something and then they'll say or do something, and it's just like, man, whatever. I just can't watch it. I don't know. What was I watching? Oh, I watched but it wasn't because of religion or anything, but it was just the Terminator anime that's on Netflix. I think it's called Terminator Zero. I've heard it's good, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. But then like the opening scene just it was just a little too much. The Terminator's like following the chick with the minigun, and and then some of the decisions that she makes like don't make sense. Like it's cool for like visually and like, oh man, but it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm just getting to an age where it's like, I don't know. I turned it off. Like the first opening scene before the credits, I was just like, yeah. So I quit watching it. I don't know. Like I said, I watched that Vox Machina on Amazon. I liked that. There was some things I didn't agree with, but for the most part, I liked it. And then my son's like, you should watch the Castlevania show. So I'll maybe give that a shot. God, this is what's crazy. This is how much this woke crap and all the stupid, retarded people that are involved in Hollywood and everything have ruined everything for me. The movie 1917, which has been on Netflix for probably a year because it's about to leave. Or actually, I think I might have missed it. I think it's already been pulled. It's either today or but like I wanted to watch that movie when it first came out. And I remember seeing it was on Netflix and I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to watch that." But I just like I don't have a desire to watch it. And I love World War II. I love all that stuff. And I've heard nothing but good things about this movie, but it's just I just haven't I don't know, it's just insane. It's crazy. Like I can't it's hard for me to watch anything new. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Like what is that, you know? Like I did watch a new movie with my wife, that one with Jamie Foxx and stuff, and it was entertaining. It wasn't anything new or special. I mean, quite honestly, it wasn't that great, but it was entertaining, you know, something to for the family we watched and it was kind of funny and this and that, but I mean, it didn't do anything. I don't think I'd watch it again. I think I'd rather watch that one with Mark Wahlberg where he gets recruited by Halle Berry. So I do watch new things, but it's like I don't know, man. 1917, like 5 years ago, I would have been all over that film, and it's a shame, I guess, because it just I don't know, but it's just I don't know what it is. Like I just have there'll come a time. Watch, there's gonna be like about a week from now or something. I'll all of a sudden just have this urge to watch something World War II, and then I'll think like, oh, 1917, but it's not on Netflix anymore, so I can't watch it. And that happens a lot too, man. How often do you plan on watching something? Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it. Oh yeah. And then finally, when you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm sitting down. I'm opening it up. I'm putting it in the search, and it's not there. Holy crap, that happens too often. I don't know, but a lot of it, I just, because I don't know, Hollywood just, I don't know, man. I really just don't even care anymore. Before it was like I was like, no, I don't want to go because like even like this whole crap with what's their name, the stupid actress that's married to Deadpool to Ryan Reynolds, and the whole thing with the director of the movie she was in. See, I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm not trying to talk much about it, but it just seems like she's an evil cunt. And so if she's an evil cunt, what does that make Ryan Reynolds? So now it's like I'm questioning. I haven't even seen Deadpool 3, but I have no urge to now. Like I just more and more I'm just let down by these people, and I know they've always been that way, you know what I mean? But it's just I don't know. I don't know if it's just everybody goes through this when they're older maybe, I don't know, who knows. But I just don't really. I used to be a huge film buff, and but now I just don't even care. It's kind of sad, really. You know what I mean? And I try, dude. I try and force myself to watch things, and let me. But I'll start watching, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't know. It's weird. Is anybody else going through that? Let me know. Anyway, that's my time. Um, Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening, and God bless. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.